morning. This is my first post of channeling with tarot cards. I am not a trained tarot reader, nor do I aspire to be. I've just felt always intrigued by the art, and with so many beautiful decks out there, also inspired by the art, the design on the cards. And there's confirmation out there, barking, howling, calling. So I felt called to draw some cards from one of the decks I've had for a while, which is called the Fountain Tarot, which has incredible artwork. And I drew cards with the focus of the state of the state, globally, locally. And the first card coming forth, the Page of Swords. I find it fascinating how the sword in this depiction is translucent. The face behind it visible, like through a pane of glass. Now, the sword, I understand, is an air sign, or stands for the element of air, and is pointing upwards. A sword piercing, opening like a beam of light, like an opening of a curtain, like a parting of a shade that was hiding what's in plain sight. A download from a higher place of knowing onto this plane of truth and clarity, translucent clarity, a sword that cuts through illusion and confusion and lets us refocus each one of us. The second card that came out of the spread the Six of Coins. 3 orbs, again, almost translucent, contained within a grid, formed out of the infinity symbol, invisible yet visible, apparently, and 2 hearts mirrored, creating a basket, a container, yet open to all sides for the orbs to move freely if they so choose. Each of these orbs holding potentiality of what could become. I scribbled on these cards to help me focus better on the potential meaning of them, and the word stabilizing in the left top corner really stands out to me. How this is not a cage holding things back, but a stabilizing grid for new to be born, new to be hatched, ideas needed now, ready now. Choice to find a perspective that allows us to feel stable in a seemingly very unstable state of the state. How do we do that? And there, card number 3 popped out. The 2 of Cups. I just love this image. 2 people looking up into the infinite expanse of the night sky. And at first I saw these cups coming to them, being handed to them, descended to them. And that's certainly one interpretation, and I'll get to that in a moment. But the impression now is that they send each their cup of hope, their cup of desire, heartfelt desire, of the potential that they would like to bring into reality up to a higher state of being, to elevate, to recalibrate, to enrich through starlight, an infinite expanse of potential for them to then receive them back as a gift from the heavens. I love it's not just one person, but 2 people doing this together, like a ritual, like a sacred activity, sharing in a similar or maybe same vision, or maybe variation of the same idea, and trusting that what they offer will be returned, enriched, and expanded upon. That their choice of what they're giving out is reflected back to them in perfect timing. And they're ready to receive. They're not as part of the original spread, but at the bottom, on the bottom of the deck, came up this card, which is an additional card in this deck. The Fountain, probably also the name for this deck. And in the bottom corner, the infinity sign and the word be that I scribbled on there. It's interesting that technically this card is upside down. But again, I see this piercing downwards, opening the dark. And the colors on this card remind me of the Northern Lights. The sun flares that waft through the night sky to remind us to be in awe of the potential of the greater connection of everything. To remind us that as single individuals, we don't have to come up with all the answers. As single individuals, we're invited to be open to receive what's already there, piercing through the dark as the answer. The fountain.